Hey, it's Nancy with CajunPeachKids. Today I'm going to be working on a sample shirt for my shop. I'm going to be doing that unicorn shirt. I'm going to do this cute star, rainbow star print for the number 2. The white glittery fabric for the unicorn and gold glitter HTV for the horn. I'm going to be using white flannel instead of a shirt because this is just a sample. I just cut it big enough to where I can kind of fold it when I'm done. I think this might be 12 by 12 or maybe 15 by 15. Just big enough to where you can fold the sides over to make it look like a square when you're done with it for your product pictures. I went ahead and got all of the threads that I need and cut my stabilizer. Sometimes I use the pre-cut squares for stabilizer. I will double up on those. These are kind of a lightweight, but here lately I've been using my kind of medium weight tearaway. I know they say if you wear it, don't tear it, but personally, I don't like cutaway. I don't like the way it looks. You can tell when you're done, you can tell that the stabilizer is still there despite how close you cut to the design. So I don't like that. I use tearaway. Use your discretion when it comes to that. So it works for me, so that's what I do. And then I'm going to be using my PE800 with a 5x7 hoop, and I'm going to hoop my stabilizer, spray. I'm going to use spray adhesive. A lot of people use 505, but I use the spray and bond because you can get this at Walmart. It's like $11 at Walmart. I don't need to buy in bulk yet, so this works for me. These curved scissors for whenever I'm cutting out the applique. Okay, so I'm just gonna get started. And because I'm not hooping a shirt, this is literally just a scrap piece of fabric. I don't really need to line it up or anything. I can do that when I fold it for the pictures when I'm done. So now I have my stabilizer hooped with my flannel fabric. You can also, a lot of people use the interlock fabric, but this is a lot cheaper and it still looks good enough. So I'm gonna go the cheaper route. So I have that hooped. I'm just going to place the hoop onto the arm of the machine. And then I'm going to relocate all of this stuff here. So that is out of the way. I don't need this anymore. Put this back here. Okay, so now I'm going to pull my machine towards me so that you can kind of see inside the hoop as it goes. We'll do it like that. Ooh, yeah, like that. Okay. Because I don't need to like hold anything down. It's all open. It's not a shirt. So I'll turn it to where y'all can see. And turn on my machine. Okay. Let me see, if I turn this on, will it wash it out? No. I need to be able to see whenever I cut my applique. Okay, so I'm gonna go to where the design is. Okay, I'm gonna select the correct hoop because I don't know why it keeps selecting the 4x4 hoop. And then I am going to, I'm not gonna move it. Normally when I'm doing it on a shirt, I will move this in the hoop to where it needs to be. Because like if you're hooping it sideways, excuse me, if you have your shirt on here sideways, you wanna like line up probably 1.5 inches down from the bottom of the neckline. Same over here if your neckline was up here. So you may not always line up your neckline in the same exact spot. So you still want to move it up, down, or left, right before you stitch it out. And usually you want to line up that center on the center line and then move it up in the hoop to that 1.5 inch line from the bottom of your neckline. But since I'm doing it on a sample, I don't have to do that this time. So I'm just gonna go, and my first stitch out is going to be the fuchsia. It's gonna do a number 2. And this one is a kind of complex design. It has lots and lots of thread changes. I'm probably going to regret this one, but here goes. Okay, so I have already added heat and bond to the backs of my 2 cotton applique fabrics. You do not need to add heat and bond to the back of HTV because it already has the adhesive on it. That's what HTV is. Okay, it already has the adhesive. Do not add heat and bond to HTV. However, if you're using any other fabric, cotton, flannel, quilt cotton, flannel, anything like that, you want to add the heat and bond. Okay, so I'm just gonna do my numbered fabric. And then now I'm going to take it out and I'm going to cut around the applique. And just so I don't clip the shirt or the fabric in this case, I want to make sure that I'm not sticking my scissors through it when I put it behind the fabric. So I just kind of move it around. Again, just to make sure I'm not sticking the tip of my scissors through the fabric. And as I go, I just check to make sure I clipped up enough. I don't know how to do holding it up in the air like this without move the machine and then have to move it back. So this ain't too bad. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't be in such a hurry to get this cut out that you rush through it and end up cutting too close to the stitches, or cutting through the stitches, or cutting the shirt, you know, anything like that. So just kind of be careful with it, because especially if it's like your last little piece and you clip through it, that is so frustrating, because you might have to scrap it and start all over. So all that work is just gone. Okay. So, clean up around it. Make sure I got close enough. Okay. And I would usually lint roll this, but I noticed that when I lint roll the flannel, it kind of makes it look used. So I don't lint roll the flannel anymore. I just gotta pick the pieces off. Get that out of the way, and then I will let it do the satin stitches. Fuchsia for the name. I'm gonna go to that step and go ahead and stitch it out while that color is still threaded. Okay, so right here I was saying that next time I do a sample, I'll pick a name that only has like 3 or 4 letters, because the stitch out for this name that has 8 letters is a whole 13 minutes, and for a sample, that's wasted time. Okay, and so now the next step is gonna be the unicorn, and the first satin stitch on the unicorn is white, so that's what we'll start with. And not only are there a lot of different colors, there are a couple of different back and forths. Oh. Get that out of there, you dingleberry. Okay. Forgot to go back to the right step. Okay. Hopefully you can't see that. And then I'm going to go ahead and, I don't like using my left hand, snip this over here. Okay, and I've already taken the back off of the fabric. So I'm just gonna line it up, make sure everything is good. And press it. Mistake, but it's just a sample, so I think we might be okay. But the fabric, I didn't push it up far enough. That's what happens when you're in a hurry, so don't be in a hurry. This fabric is thicker than the regular quilt cotton because it's glitter, but it's not quite canvasy, but it's thicker than regular quilt cotton. Okay, let's see our mouthpiece will go up. The muzzle. Okay, get that dangly piece. Okay. I'm trying to do this quickly, but I'm not trying to rush because this is already a 53-minute stitch out for the design. I don't want to take too much longer with cutting out the appliques. That should do it. Okay. Okay, and then now I will stitch out the horn placement. Tack down. And I want to cut this and heat seal it before I move on. So I'm going to cut. Normally, with the vinyl, you can do the satin stitches and then just peel the outside off. I don't feel comfortable doing that with just the tack down stitches. So, but you want to heat seal the vinyl before you do the satin stitches. Otherwise you'll get bubbling. So I'm going to, I could have done it for the 2 as well, but honestly, forgot about it. So let me heat seal this. I'm going to use my little iron over here. Bought it for 12 bucks on Amazon. It works super great for appliques. Just gonna press it for about 10 seconds with a little bit of pressure. Just to kind of adhere the fabric to the sheet. And so now that it is adhered, we're going to do these satin stitches with the unicorn. Alright, so that's my sample. I'm just gonna get it cleaned up and pressed, get pictures taken of it, and get it listed, and then that's it. Thanks for watching.